Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Miss Wilson.
How are you all?
Good.
I'm tired.
Me too. Last night I kept waking up with bad dreams that it was Monday and it was 10 o'clock in the morning and my alarm didn't go off and I was late and nobody from the school was trying to contact me and I was like, ooh, I'm like gonna get fired, and of course I wouldn't, but anyway. And then, it takes you a while to go back to sleep and then you have to have another terrible dream. Then I had a bad dream about my dog. I was up like all night long. It was terrible.
That doesn't sound like a great night for you.
No, I should have taken today off, free day. All right, give me a second while I take attendance here. So Milana is here. And Preksha is here. And of course, William is here. And Anish. And Ariman is here. Madeline is here. Yeah, 3. Graham is here. Madeline, Graham Holt. Raymond was the first one here. Mahi. Milan. Uni. Rashika. Robin. Any questions on the homework?
Oh, yeah. I think you just put the 4.4 and 4.5 things on Canvas, and those questions are different than the ones that you gave us.
I fixed them. I got your email and I fixed them a little while ago before I had to run to do my duty. And so I think it's okay now, but I'm not sure. It seems to be that, so you guys in block 8 are at the same place. And so I'll copy something over. Well, what I'm finding is that either I copy the wrong thing from block 4 by accident, or when I do copy from between you and block 8, it's not copying over or something. So I was barraged with emails about assignments not existing, and I'm sorry. I don't know what my deal is with that, but it happened. So,
Miss Wilson, could I also ask that you make like the times that they're due? Could you make like a standard time for that? Because they kind of are all different and it's a little bit confusing.
yeah,
Like you have some at 8 a.m., some at 1:15, some at 11:30. So if you could
yeah,
just pick a time, it would be like really good for like making sure I'm not accidentally like submitting late or something during
yeah.
the day.
All right, yeah, I didn't think of that actually, but it's true that when I copy something over, say from block 4, their assignments are due at an earlier time or later time rather than yours are due. So yeah, I'll try to be cognizant of that. And if I forget, let me know and I'll try to be better about that. Let's see, is Malav here? Malav.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. I just didn't see your name. And is Nandu taking like the semester off? Does anybody have a clue or what his deal is? Anybody? Because he's been absent the last couple of days. And he's getting on my list now, which is not good. All right, so let's look at a.
Miss Wilson,
Yeah.
I had a question on homework.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead. Which one?
Can you review number 28 and 4.4?
28 and 4.4. Anybody else with anything?
Could you go over number
14?
10? What?
Hang on. 14 and 4.5. Number 10 in what section?
In 4.5, implicit differentiation.
Number 10. Okay.
Can you go over how to simplify 34?
In what section?
4.4.
34 simplify. Okay.
Could you go over number 22 and 4.4?
No, but okay. Any others? So I've got my sticky note of perpetual problems here. Let me grab my book.
Miss Wilson, I had a quick question.
Sure.
If we looked at the canvas and then decided to do the odds because of the canvas thing and we already submitted that, do we need to redo it and do the evens, or can we stick with the odds that we submitted?
No, you need to. So you mean you did the odds because I had the odds posted there,
I saw it on Canvas today, so I did the odds.
but I posted it as the odds on Canvas?
Yes, and then you changed it, I think, very
Yeah,
late.
that's okay. Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Yeah. I am overwhelmed. I'm going to tell you that right now, as of right now, my to-do list, well, I don't know, I can't get Canvas to come up on my iPad, so I've been having issues with Canvas today. But in my to-do list on Canvas, and I graded for 5 hours yesterday. Didn't even knock a dent in it. I'm still at 268 things to grade. And I have to proctor twice this week. And for some reason, when I'm in school, even though I use my personal hotspot, so maybe one of you brilliant people with technology can help me here, but Canvas will not open so I can grade while I'm in school. And I don't understand it. And I can do it on my computer, but I can't write with a mouse. So I have an issue with that. So I'd prefer to grade off of my iPad, but I need to do something because I can't get my grading done on time, and I'm not used to that. I'm used to having my grading done in a fair amount of time. So if anybody knows what I could do, or if there's a quick fix to that, that would be appreciated.
We should go back to EDSB.
Oh, no, I actually love Canvas, but the problem with our Canvas is it's not like USF, where USF, they get everything, and our district blocks everything because, ooh, the children's, perfect eyes and ears might see something or hear something. And I tell them, you should hear what they say. You should hear the way they talk, because Nadu, glad you could join us. So yeah, anyway, I have 268 things to grade as of this moment, and I've been kind of putting off the BC more because the AB kids are like really new to AB. You guys at least have some experience. So I apologize for that, but I'm doing the best that I can. We'll see, maybe I can grade a little bit from home tonight, but anyway, let me start. Let's just go over our bell work real quick and see if you can answer this question. And let me check the chat. My bad, Miss Wilson. I couldn't find the link.
Miss Wilson,
Yeah.
in Canvas, you posted the implicit differentiation homework twice, but one of them has like a due date of September 23rd, which was like a week ago.
Yeah.
It was a week ago.
And we
But
also
I
had like a
made a
separate
mistake.
submission for
Yeah, there's like two of the same assignment, and one of them.
There. So let me make a note. Block 7. Block 7. Implicit. So just upload to whatever one. I don't care, and I'll figure it out when I open your homework.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Miss Wilson, I had a question about homework.
Yeah.
So would we have the ability to try to redo the problems that we weren't so good on?
So like the ones that I'm going to go over right now.
Okay, so I'll just say it. On 2.7, like the questions say that to use your calculator, and that means like I didn't write out the work on the paper. So is it okay for me to like earn the points that I missed back if I redo it with the work?
Well, you see, if you were in AB, I wouldn't have a problem with that, although I'm trying to be very strict with them. That way, when I have them again next year, if I don't go to Alaska first, or take another job, then, you'll be used to the way it should be. Now, you're in BC, so you should already know better, shouldn't you?
Okay, I understand.
So I think you're going to bite the bullet on this one and just improve from here on out, and then your grade will go up to, 106%, and all will be good in the land of the mighty tigers.
True, that's true. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Now, can we do this bell work real quick? Can we all solve this problem very quickly? Please. So I can have a moment of silence. Kill me now. 'Cause I can't take it anymore. Who has an answer? A, B, C, D, or E? Seers are slow. So slow. Oh. I need a piece of paper too.
I'd say that's D, 12.
Anybody agree or disagree?
I agree with Robin.
I agree.
There's
I agree.
three with a 12. Good. That brings me happiness. So I don't know. Oops, hang on. Yeah. So can you guys see under my camera okay, or is it just a tiny little square? Can you make it bigger on your screen?
If you right click the video and click pin video, it'll get bigger. Well, like if each individual student does it. I don't know if there's a way you can manually switch it.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that because I want to leave the problem up. And let me see. Yeah, you're right. Well, no. So in my screen sharing thing, I can't see the, all the little squares with your names and all that. Like, in other words, I can't see the camera video on my screen.
You can do side-by-side mode, and if you go into view options, and then it puts them like the same size.
Really? So you guys should come in and tutor me then. And maybe I'll get it straight. I need help. Hang on. I'm looking. I still don't see it. I don't see it on my end. More. Breakout rooms. I don't want to do that. I don't know. All right. So just bear with me. Okay. So I'll try and get better by next time. So let me stop the sharing and I'm going to write this problem out here. And so what you knew, right, was that so I'm just going to do this because there are a few kids who skipped AB, so I just want to make sure everybody's cool with it. And the lighting is terrible in the room, and I apologize, but you know that f of g of x derivative is f prime g of x times g prime of x, right? Chain rule. Oh, that's really blurry. Let's see if that's fixable. There, that's better. And so what you're looking for here is you're looking for, well, h of x is equal to f of g of x. So you're looking for h prime of 1, right? So we could say that h prime of 1 is equal to f prime g of 1 times g prime of 1, right? And if we look, g of 1 is -3, is that, wait, yeah, -3? No, g of 1 is 2, sorry, 2, that's a 2. G prime of 1 is -3, and then f prime of 2 is going to be -4. So -4 times -3 is +12. Very excellent. One more, but you don't have to compute anything. You ready?
Wait, how did you get f prime of 2 equals -4 again?
Oh, okay. So from the little table, right? Let me share it. Zoom. This is too much work. Zoom is too much work. Share the screen. Okay, so back to this thing. So it says f prime of 2 is -4. So I just took this value and plugged it in. Is that okay? Yes, no, maybe.
I didn't realize I was muted, sorry. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, okay. So is everybody okay with this? D is the correct answer. This is a 1973 AP Calculus AB question. don't forget, you guys are going to be tested. You have a lot of AB, so you're going to get an AB sub-score when you take your BC exam. So you're still going to see stuff like this in that test. All right, the next one. So this is a 1985 AB question, and they give you the graph of F over an interval from 2 to 7, and they want to know how many points of inflection are on this interval from 2 to 7. How many points do you people see?
Is it 2?
Maybe. Let's see. Our graph, so points of inflection occur when the graph goes from concave up to down or vice versa, right? So we're concave up here, and somewhere right around here we become concave.
It's 3.
Right? So there's 1 here, and now we stay concave down to about here, and then it goes to concave up. So I see 2, and then we go from concave up to concave down somewhere about here. So I would say 3. You all agree with that? Y'all see it?
Yes.
Plus, this is a great example of the deceit that those evil AP people try to impose on you, because a lot of students will answer 2, but be careful, because just start at the left and say, okay, concave up, concave down, concave up, concave down, and that'll give you your 3 points.
Miss Wilson, hang on.
Yep.
So hang on, from my understanding, wouldn't the left half of this graph just be concave up, because it's all decreasing from like x equals 2 to that, how do you say, inflection, that the minimum. So like, wouldn't that technically just be a concave up on the left and a concave down on the right?
No, because this is the graph of F, right? This isn't the graph of the derivative or the second derivative, it's the actual original function. So the concavity is going to appear on the original function on the graph of F, not on F prime. Well, I mean, concavity could occur on F prime or F double prime, but we're applying the points of inflection to the graph of F. And we know that on the graph of F, when F changes from concave up to down or to up, then we're going to have an inflection point. So you count right on the graph of F. Now, if this were the graph of F prime, then you would be looking for increase, decrease, that kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Are we all cool with this problem? Happiness? Okay, so let's go over homework problems. So I'm going to unshare this screen and share my other screen as I look at the 3-eyed dog, which is very disturbing to my psyche. But anyway, let me share my iPad, and let's go to,
Ms. Wilson,
yep,
can you also review 18 on 4.5?
yeah. So let me just, 4.518, okay. So good notes, here we go, good notes. And I've got my book open, so I just want, some blank paper here, nothing special. Come on. Create. Okay, that's beautiful. All right, so in 4.4, I'm going to start there. And what we have is 22, 28, and how to simplify number 34. So I'm going to start with number 22. And 22 is the function, black ink, y equals root 2x sine of 3x, right? This one here. And we have a product, right? Everybody sees that we have a product. And embedded within that product, we've got some chain rule going on. So it's this factor times this factor here, right? So I have to start out with the product rule first. So I would say y prime is equal to root 2x prime times the sine of 3x plus root 2x times the sine of 3x prime. All right, so I haven't taken a derivative yet. I'm just noting to the grader, hey grader, I know this is a product. I'm using the product rule. and I'm showing you which factors I'm going to be taking the derivative of. So is everybody okay up to this point?
Hang on, I think the root is only over the 2, not the x.
No, it's over the whole thing in the book.
All right.
It would be nice if it were really like that. I mean, you still have a product rule, but you could pull the root 2 out because it's a constant multiple. But no, in the book, it's the whole thing. 2x is all under the radical. So what's the derivative of? Let me find a pretty color. Purple. What's the derivative of root 2x? Okay, there's silence. So let me, to the side, write down root 2x. We would want to rewrite this as 2x to the 1/2. Do you all agree?
It's 1/2 times 2x to the power of -1/2.
Good. Times?
Times 2.
Good. So it's a little teeny tiny chain rule, right? And the nice thing about this is that the 2's will cancel. And so we're going to have for that factor, y prime is equal to 1 over root 2x times the sine of 3x. So I'm just writing it to get rid of the negative exponent. Now over here in this second term, we've got another little chain rule, right? This is a composite here. So the derivative of the outer function is what? So we've got the sine of 3x, and the outer function is the sine of x, and the inner function is 3x, right? So the rule says take the derivative of the outer function, so derivative of O is what?
Cosine x.
Cosine.
Well, 3x.
Right, when we recompose it, right, then it would be the cosine of 3x. And what's the derivative of the inner function?
3.
3, right? Good. So what we're going to have here, I'm going to erase that. What we're going to have over here is we're going to have the cosine, so derivative of the outside recomposed with the inside times derivative of the inside, right?
Yes.
Is everybody okay with that? It's really important.
Yes.
So simplifying this a little bit anyway, I've got the sine of 3x over root 2x plus 3 root 2x cos 3x. And if I wanted to, I could put that over a common denominator. Now, I don't know if George best, were these were the evens, right? So let's just simplify it because George probably wrote it in simplified form, or if this were a test question and it were multiple choice, you would have to simplify it. So I want a common denominator, right? So remember, I do it the quick and easy way. I do this times this. Whatever this sign is, I add it to this numerator and then put it all back over the common denominator, right? So what I'm going to have is the sine of 3x plus 3 times 2x, because root 2x times root 2x is going to be 2x, cos 3x, all over my common denominator. And what that is going to be, well, I can't really simplify it that much more, but, you know, I'd have something like sine of 3x plus 6x cos 3x over root 2x. Is that okay? If I go too fast or you don't understand something, please stop me and let me know. Remember, our test is May 5th. It's the real test this year. And I'm used to getting, with BC students, 100% 5s down the line, so I expect nothing less from any of you.
Wait, isn't it May 4th?
Is it really?
Yeah.
The test on an even day? An even
Yeah.
day? Why do they have to mess with
Is that okay? Like, Does that mean we're gonna get 4s?
No. You're going to go above the Call of Duty and you're going to get 5s.
Okay.
Because that's what Miss Wilson's used to.
Okay.
And if I don't get straight 5s, I'll die. So
We'll make you proud, Miss Wilson.
We'll make sure you survive.
Good. All right, so that was number 22. Number 28 is, number 28 is a logarithm. So 28, I don't like writing in purple. So we have y equals the natural log of 2x plus 3 all over x squared plus 4. We want to find the derivative. Now, our outer function, which remember I said I always call the outer function f, actually, we call it ln x. The inner function, which I always call g, is 2x plus 3 over x squared plus 4, right? So the derivative of the outer function is 1 over x, and the derivative of the inner function, I have to use a quotient rule, right? So listen to me. Derivative of the top times the bottom minus the top times derivative of the bottom over bottom squared. See how smooth that is? And I'm going to clean this up a little bit while we're over here. So I have 2x squared plus 8 minus 4x squared minus 6x all over bottom squared. And it looks like that cleans up further to negative 2x squared minus 6x plus 8 over denominator squared. Are we cool with that? Any questions on what I did there?
No.
No? So let's put it all together in typical chain, right? Chain rule says if we have a function, f of g of x, which is a composite function, and we want the derivative, then we take the derivative of the outer function, we recompose it with the stuff inside, and we multiply that result by the derivative of the inner function. So our outer function was 1 over x, but now we have to compose it with the stuff inside times, want to see a cute trick? Well, we'll see. You know, I always think things are cute until they don't work. There. All right, so it's the, again, derivative 1 over x of the outer recomposed with the inner times derivative of the inner. And that can be further written as x squared plus 4 over 2x plus 3 times this thing here. And I don't know, is this thing factorable up here in the numerator?
Yes.
I can cancel one of these with one of those, right? So that would bring that one to the first power. And let's see, if we factor out the numerator, what do we get of this term here? I can factor out a 2, right? So I have x squared minus 3x plus 4, or minus 4. So I don't know, should I factor out a positive 2 or a negative 2?
A negative 2.
All right, so let's see, we've got 1 over 2x plus 3 times, we're going to factor out a negative 2, so that's going to give us x squared plus 3x minus 4 over x squared plus 4. And if I can factor this a little bit more, it's going to be x plus 4x minus 1, is that right? And that doesn't really help me with anything. In other words, I was thinking of factoring it to hopefully maybe cancel it out with another factor, but it's not working, right? So if that's the case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it like this. I'm going to write it as, I'd probably just leave the top alone and do negative 2x squared minus 6x plus 8 all over 2x plus 3 times x squared plus 4 and be done. Questions, concerns, comments? I'm dropping out of this class. I can't take it anymore. Anything?
So if we correct, like if we saw that we had a mistake and we correct it, can we like resubmit the document? Because like the due date is technically tomorrow at 10 a.m. Like, is that okay?
Well, I only give you guys one submission try because
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to force you to work with dead-on accuracy.
Okay.
Because you've had this before. So again, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm doing it for a reason. And I hope that you'll forget. Well, you will. You'll forgive me. You'll thank me later. But it's just a little homework. So if I knock you a point or two, it's not going to kill your grade.
Okay.
Miss Wilson,
Yeah.
I didn't know that we had just one submission. I just wanted to let you know that like the first time I submitted it, I like forgot to include 2 of my problems that were on a separate page, so I resubmitted it with all of them.
And it let you?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll look at that when I get home since I can't really see your homeworks from school. Well, I can't on my
I mean, you could just set it so that you can't resubmit once the due date is up. So like if you're going over your work.
Once the due date's up, right? So you could resubmit it. It's just going to come in as late is what it's going to say. That's right. Yeah, it's going to show late. So email me because I'll probably forget, even with the email. I'll probably need to, because remember, right now I have like 260 things to do in Canvas.
No, listen, I resubmitted it before the deadline, so I don't think it would come in as late, right?
It might not come in as late, but
I'll still email you.
Yeah, email me because I'm curious to see what's going to happen with it because you only have one submission. So I don't know how it's going to work. Maybe I forgot to click only one. I don't know. Maybe I gave you unlimited.
And you said that if you submitted already from the first deadline, I think it was September 23rd, even though it's showing up late, don't submit it for the new deadline.
Right. So it's the September, it's the 9/23, right? Was wrong.
Okay.
So we just don't submit for that one, right?
Well, for sections 4.4 and 4.5, right? Those were the 2 sections I had the
You
wrong.
made 2 new ones that were the correct due date and
right, but if you already submitted
numbers.
it, don't worry, I'll carry it over and then I'll delete that extra one. I don't want to do it now because I'm afraid I'll delete somebody's homework by accident. So
okay.
Because it deletes everything, the homework and everything. So I'll just wait and then I'll compile it all into one column in the grade book and then I'll get rid of one of them. So.
Thank you.
All right, so now we're going to go to 34 and we're going to simplify. So we've got y is equal to ln e to the ln x. And this is a chain within a chain, right? So the derivative of the outer function is 1 recomposed with the inner times. Now, if I take the derivative of the inner, that's also composite, right? It's the derivative of the outer recomposed with the inner times derivative of the inner, right? So what I end up with is 1 over x. Also, what is e to the ln x?
X.
Yeah, I could have rewritten this as y. So right from this point here, I could have rewritten this. This piece in here, e to the ln x is just x. So I could have written this as this and then done y prime is equal to 1 over x. Done. So this is the answer. Isn't that cute? I love that little problem. Hearts. Colored in. Perfect little problem. All right, enough of the cuteness factor. Let's go to 4.5. And in 4.5, we have implicit differentiation. And let's see, we'll start with number 10. We'll go in order. So in number 10, we have x ln y equals y minus ln x. So if we differentiate implicitly, remember it's the y's that we have to multiply the result of our derivative by dy dx or y prime. But in this first term, this is a product, and a lot of students miss that. This is x times the natural log of y. So we've got x prime ln y plus x times ln y prime on the left is equal to, I got to take the derivative of y minus ln x. I got to take the derivative of this. So I haven't taken any derivatives yet. If I take the derivative of this term, I get ln y. If I take the derivative of this term, I'm going to have x times 1 over x, because the derivative, I'm going to have x times 1 over y, y prime. Is everybody all right with that? Any questions on that? Is equal to, well, over here, I want you to notice I'm taking the derivative of y. Well, what's the derivative of y?
1.
1 times y prime, right? So the derivative of y prime is y prime. Is that okay? If you don't tell me, I don't know. And then the derivative of ln x is 1 over x. So what do I have? Oh, and I've got ln y plus x over y, y prime is equal to y prime minus 1 over x. And now I want to combine, I want to get my y primes together on one side and everything else over to the other side. So I would have x over y, y prime minus y prime is equal to negative 1 over x minus ln y. Factoring out a y prime, I'm going to have x over y minus 1 is equal to, it doesn't want to get any bigger, 1 over x minus ln y. So y prime, it looks like, is negative 1 over x minus ln y all over x over y minus 1. Now, could I simplify that a little more? Sure. I could rewrite the terms in the numerator over a common denominator. So I could write it as negative 1 minus x ln y over x divided by, and I could do the same thing in the denominator, x minus y over y. And let's see. This is negative 1 minus x ln y over x times y over x minus y. I have to go this way, which is ugly. It's ugly. So my final product, I suppose if I wanted to, I could write it as y times negative 1 minus x ln y all over x times x minus y. That would be a nice way to write it. I could distribute the y in, but why bother? Questions? Gorgeous little problem. See, when I'm having a bad day, you do a problem like this and it makes everything better.
Can we just leave it like how it was in the beginning?
So like this?
Or the one next to it.
This one?
Yeah.
You could. However, I'm just forewarning you that on an AP exam, if you had this question in a multiple choice, they're going to write it in the most compact or simplified form possible.
Okay.
So you need to be able to, you need to practice so that way you can get from here to here relatively easily.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So that was 10. Number 14.
Miss Wilson, can you go back to the answer for the last one for just 1 second?
I'm sorry, yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So I was just going to ask, do the bells ever stop ringing at this school? I think the answer is no. I bet they even ring on the
The
weekend.
office gods are angry.
What else is no?
Rain down on us with the bells.
Well, you know, we have our Middleton alma mater played in the mornings now at 8:15. That's always an eye opener. And I was thinking, that song, I don't know when it was sung or created, but it sounds like it was been like back in the 50s or something. Why don't you guys modify it? to
Pretty
something-
sure they were trying to like re-record it like last year or the year
Really?
before, but
Really?
it never got like finished because of coronavirus. Like, because I had a friend who was in orchestra and they were talking about it.
Oh, cool. So maybe we'll get a more modern version.
Maybe.
Or maybe better voices. All right, so can you all see this okay? Can I go on or should I wait still a minute?
You can go on.
Okay. So in number 14, you're asked to find the equation of a line at the given point. So we're given this implicitly defined function and we want to find the equation of the tangent line at the point 5, 0, right? So we have the point, we just need the slope of the tangent line. So to find the slope of the tangent line, we need to take the derivative of this thing. So the derivative of the first term is y prime. The second term is a product rule. So the derivative of x is 1 times the cosine of y plus x times the negative sign of y times y prime equals 0. So I just took the derivative as I was going along. If that's not okay, or if you want to see how I did it, let me know. But the derivative of the cosine of y is negative sine of y prime. And I'm going to rewrite this as follows. Y prime plus cos y minus x sine y prime equals 0. You don't have to, but I don't know why this will not blow up bigger and stay there. I'm trying to make it big for Will because he's in class watching it off of the big screen. And I write little, so. You know, I need to get my y primes together and everything else over the other side. So what I really got here is y prime minus x sine y prime is equal to negative cos y. And factoring out a y prime, I've got 1 minus x sine of y is equal to negative cos y. And now I can divide both sides by 1 minus x sine y to get the expression from my tangent line. But I need to evaluate it, right? I need to find the numerical slope. So what that means is I have to plug this 0.50 in for x and y. So that's going to give me negative cosine of 0 over 1 minus 5 times sine of 0. What is the cosine of 0, my little angels?
1.
Good. So I've got negative 1 in the numerator. And I've got 1 minus 5 times the sine of 0, but the sine of 0 is?
0.
Good. So the slope of my tangent line is negative 1. The point I'm given is 5, 0. And now I can use the point slope formula, use it correctly, to write the equation of my line. So it would be negative 1 times x minus 5. Done. Questions? And finally, problem number 18 is the same type of problem, just the function's a little more complex. We've got root x plus xy squared is 18, and we've got the 0.42. So the derivative of the first term is 1/2 x to the minus 1/2 plus 1 times y squared plus x times 2y, y prime, is equal to 0. So I took the derivative very quickly on the left side for each term, and on the right side, if I went too fast or you don't understand something, please let me know this very instant, and I will go slowly and show you. All right, so what I have for the first term then, if I clean this up, is 1 over 2 root x plus y squared plus 2xy, y prime equals to 0. And I need to solve for y prime. So I've got 2xy, y prime is equal to negative 1 over 2 root x minus y squared. And that means if I divide both sides by 2xy, I can solve for y prime. So I've got negative 1 over 2 root x over 2xy minus y squared over 2xy. That's an x there. Or negative 1 over 4xy root x minus y squared over 2xy. Now, I don't know if simplifying this is going to make the work any easier or not, but usually it's helpful. Now I'm going to plug in my x and y coordinate for x and y respectively. So I've got negative 1 over 4 times 2 times root 4 minus 4 over 2 times 4 times 2. And that's going to give me negative 1 over 4 times 4, 6. What's 16 times 4? 64, is that right?
Yes.
Minus 4 times 8, or no, 16. And, you know, I don't like those denominators. So I'm going to have, let's see, if I multiply this one by 4 over 4, let's say, right? I'm going to have negative 1/64 minus 16 over 64, which would be negative 17 over 64. So that would be the slope of my tangent line.
Miss Wilson,
Mm-hmm.
for problems where you have to find the tangent line like this, it doesn't really matter if you simplify the original, like
No, it
expression.
doesn't. Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, you could have actually, you could have started plugging in up here if you wanted to, and then solve for y prime and simplify. So no, you know, you could have plugged in here, down here, whatever. So my slope looks like negative 17/64, and I'm just going to check to see if that's right. It should be, but you never know. Did anybody else get that answer?
I got that answer.
I also got that answer.
Oh, okay, then it's good. No need to check. And so we're going to have y minus 2 is equal to negative 17 over 64 times x minus 4, or we would want to write it in AP style, x minus 4 plus 2. Way down there at the bottom. Questions, concerns? Do you feel you have a good handle on chain and implicit?
Yes.
Does anybody feel, or is anybody afraid to say? You shouldn't be afraid to say if you have trouble with something, because, you know, everybody's going to have their day in calculus. So you shouldn't be afraid or ashamed or anything like that. But
So just to like clear up, whenever we get the questions where they give us coordinates to plug in, we just plug it into the final implicit solution, right?
right.
Okay, I just wanted to double check that
Yeah,
because
the slope of the tangent line or whatever else they're asking for. Yeah. Is there anybody willing to say they need more help or practice or anything like that?
I think I probably just need to practice it a bit more, but other than that, I have a decent understanding of it.
Okay. Well, for those of you who need more practice, I would suggest that you do the odds from sections 4.4 and 4.5, and that'll give you the additional practice that you need.
So when we're studying for your tests, do you think that's the best way to do it? Just to practice the questions and stuff using the ones? Okay.
Yep. Until you can do it where you start getting the right answer time after time, then you're like, I got this. So yeah, you need to feel comfortable with it. Why? Because the next section we're going into depends on it, right? Related rates. It depends on implicit differentiation. And a lot of things, even integrals, right, when we go into differentiation, depend on chain rule, right? There's that rule called the reverse chain rule for integration, which is, it's true, but it's nonsense. We like to use U substitution, right? It's a more sophisticated way to handle composite functions. But anyway, yeah, you're gonna have to use these things throughout. But the first applications of calculus that you're going to do will be today, I think, because I don't know what time the bell rings. And that would be related rates. So if you want, I can give you the day to do some more practice, like while you're online. And you can ask me questions, or I can go into related rates. You choose. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to go on to related rates, and put a 2 in the chat if you would rather have a day of extra practice on chain and implicit. And then I should have made a poll, but come on. Well, it's about 50-50 at this point.
You could ask us to raise our hands.
Yeah, it's too much work. So, because then I got to count all those too, I think. I don't know. All right, so raise your hand if you want an extra practice day. I want to see how that works. You've inspired me. I don't see anybody raising their hand. Raise your hand if you want an extra day.
You have to look at the participants list.
Yeah, I see. So if you want an extra day of practice, raise your hand.
How do we raise our hand again?
You open up participants, and then in the invite, mute me, and then there's raise hand right below the list.
You want extra practice, raise your hand.
I don't see the raise hand thing. I don't know if it's just my computer.
Do
There's
you
like
have your
3 dots
participants list out?
sometimes, and you just have to click on that.
It's showing like mute and everything else, but it doesn't say raise hand.
You have to open up participants. I know.
Okay, I'll see.
Well, it's official because if I share my screen with you guys, oh, this will stop the other screen sharing. Yes, share. So if you look, oh, hey. Oh, it's not going to show me my participants. I was trying to share my participant screen, but anyway, there's only a couple of you who did not raise your hand. So the extra practice dayers have it. We'll go into related rates on Wednesday. Now, are you all going to be here on Wednesday? Because from what I understand, you guys have to come to school this week to test or something.
They have photos at like 3 p.m., so I don't think that intersects with your class, but some people have longer drive times, so we might just have to leave earlier.
We also don't know when our EOC is, and they haven't.
Yeah, they're being very vague about that.
Guys, our EOC might be today.
Who knows?
I know they announced no testing today because of a holiday. I think it's Yom Kippur or something. So there's no testing today, but for the rest of the week, it said e-learners will come to school and take their tests. I don't know what tests.
They didn't tell us anything though. They didn't even give us a date. So
We just
keep
got it.
saying that we're gonna have it next week. Oh, it's coming next week. Oh, it's coming next week.
We just gotta stay woke.
And then today
Are
they
we
were
even
like,
allowed to come into campus? Because like I don't think any of us signed that little waiver thing.
I think they're doing all e-learners at once on.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
work.
Wait, didn't they say like e-learners have to test at home or something?
They
Oh.
said it once, but then every other time it's been like you're gonna have to come in. So I honestly think that was just them giving out false
They don't know.
information or
They don't
something.
know.
They
No,
don't
they
know.
would never.
Yeah.
They would
Right,
never
well,
give
I
out false
guess
information.
We'll just
You're gonna
wait.
give a call today. I mean tonight. So I think I'll just wait for that.
Well, the call tonight's gonna say, hey, you're taking the test tomorrow, at which point we might as well just prepare ourselves.
Yeah, we didn't really have enough time to study or anything.
Just
Miss Wilson,
Uh-huh.
I know for a fact that I'm going to be testing on Wednesday, but I won't miss I'm like, my testing ends at 11:30, so I might miss like the first part of your class.
That's
So I
fine.
need to get home.
What's on Wednesday?
I am a junior, so I have FSA.
Oh.
Wait, is that on Wednesday? Because I thought they were saying it was tomorrow.
I thought it was Tuesday.
Wait, so if the
Thursday.
FSA is
I
on
would
Wednesday,
say
then when's
split
the
up
EOC?
I think the
It's
FSA
Tuesday,
was
Wednesday,
Juniors
Tuesday,
take an
Thursday.
FSA?
The FSAs are the EOCs,
Oh
the
my-
same thing, right?
No, we
they
have to
skipped
do
the
like the
sophomore
reading
year.
and writing, I think.
Wait, we never
Just the
took an
writing.
FSA last year.
Right.
took it
your
sophomore
10th
year.
grade FSA is your last FSA.
They
that
didn't
you
take
have
the
to do
FSA in
that they
10th
weren't
grade.
able to
Then they
take.
Oh, I'm stupid. Don't worry about it.
Oh, he said-
X. Okay.
All right, well, I'm glad we got that out in the open. So what you're going to do is the following. You're going to go to section 4.4. I'm going to create right now, after I say this, I'm going to go straight to Canvas and create the things for the assignments. But you're going to do 3 through 33 odd. You asked for it, so I don't want to hear any salt. And then section 4.5, you're going to do, ooh.
Miss Wilson, are you writing on your iPad?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Hang on. Ay. I'm sorry. Broadcast. Okay. Yeah, share the screen. Just share it. Oh, I see, because I was sharing the other screen. I forgot to unshare. Now can you see it?
Yep.
Yes, yes.
So
I can see it.
4.5, you're going to do 1 through 25 odd. And you should become experts after these. I'm going to Canvas right now. You hear my chair rolling? And I'm going to create assignments so that way you can get the points for all of your hard work. Robin, you're not going to forget to include a page or something, right? You're just gonna.
Of course not. I'd remember everything.
Yeah, because somebody put a mu alpha theta poster over your face on the board. And
Okay, that's just disrespectful. Like,
well,
who would value mu alpha theta over me? Makes no sense.
it's true, over human life. So some sick kids do. Like all mu alpha theta. But anyway, all right, so I'm adding your assignments. You're all going to do good. So assignment, I'm going to call it extra practice, and I'm going to combine them both together for double the points. So you're going to do section 4.4.
Miss Wilson,
Uh-huh.
were you able to like find the stuff we submitted before we switched to like this period? Like if we were in a different period?
Yeah, I was. I haven't had a chance to transfer it all over yet, but yes, I
Okay.
found it. I
Okay.
will do it. It's on my to-do list, trust me.
All right. Thank you.
I'm sorry it's taken so long. I feel really bad. All right, so what time should we have all of your homeworks every time due by? Why don't we say by like 10 a.m. Is that okay?
Beginning of
I would say at the start of class.
Can we
or
do start of
like
class?
the end of
The only
class.
problem is when we have class on Mondays, it's going to be a different time again.
Right.
I mean, but otherwise, you know.
Our class starts at 11:40, right?
Yes, on Thursday through Friday.
Yeah, so
So
if,
I mean
let's
Tuesday
do
through Friday.
11:40, right?
huh?
So why not just 11:40?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, yeah.
All right, 1140, save and publish. Let me go back into the other assignments and change them to 1140. Now you said that my section 4 point something, there was 2 of them. Oh, I already said that I would just transfer the grades over. It doesn't matter which one you upload to. So 4 point, I have 2 implicit differentiations. That was section 4.5. And the extra practice I'll put at the top, and I will actually edit that. Chain and implicit. And I'll put a smiley too there. Good. Okay, so I think I did it right. Who knows? But you'll let me know. 2.7 marked late due to poor.
Oh, sorry.
No, sorry.
It was because it was set for like 8 a.m. and I usually just submit it like before class starts so that like, you know, like every time it's at the same.
Oh, your parents are mad though, so that's good. Check. Yeah, no, I'll just fix. Oh, that was a 2.7 assignment. Gosh, that's way back.
I also remember that one was like assigned weirdly, like you didn't say it in class, so then everyone was it that one or was it like 2.4 or something like that?
I know I missed one of them with one of the classes. I didn't even teach it. I think it was you guys. I didn't even teach it or something and didn't realize.
Yeah, I
it
think that was 2.7.
I think that was 2.7. So I think like there are going to be a lot of like random lates just because of.
No, I had a lot of late.
Due date.
I don't know if it was this class or not, but let me go back to chapter 2 homework.
I'm pretty sure that was it because I remember it was like due on like a random like Sunday, and I was just like, we never did this assignment, so I'm just gonna wait until class to see if she talks about it.
All right, so let me edit it, and I'll change that date to, it was September the 16th. I'll change the date till today, and I'll go into the grade book and make an exception.
Thank you, Miss Wilson.
But I'm going to continue to tell your parents to be mad at you. Okay, I want oldest to newest. And let me go into the 2.7. Okay, so now, you know, I got to look at each of these because, oh, yeah, let's see. Non-due, I haven't gotten anything from you. You know what, non-due, you better start turning your homework because you have too many zeros going on and they're going to stay.
I got you, Miss Wilson.
Miss Wilson, if we already did the odds for homework, then we can just do the evens for practice this time.
Right. Yeah. Mahi, why don't I have a submission for you for that? Oh, Mahi, I think that's the one that you submitted it, but I couldn't open it or something. Did you?
I resubmitted it to you, I think. Yes.
Let me look. Did you resubmit it in like through email?
No, I resubmitted it through the comments.
Through the comments?
Or not through the comments. There was like you could resubmit it on
Really? All right, let me.
I'm pretty sure. I'll check quickly.
No, I'm gonna go to the dashboard, my 5,000 things to do, and look up 2.7. Oh, there's 5 here to grade, so let's see if yours showed up in one of them. Oh, Victoria.
I resubmitted it, but then it showed up as late because I resubmitted it.
Well, that's okay, I can waive that. Oh, yeah, here it is. I found it. There it is. And since I was grading mostly 2.7s yesterday, I kind of remember the answer to every single problem in the order in which they occur. But you were always a really good AB student. You were very strong. Your limits are beautiful here. You didn't take the lazy way out. I could have justified a few things, but it's definitely a 10, so I'll give that to you. And so that's in there. Alana, I just changed your grade. So
Thank you.
any of the ones that had zeros for 2.7, I fixed the grade. I think. Assignments.
I appreciate it, Miss Wilson.
I know you do. Iced coffees. You know my room number, right?
You know, Miss Wilson, I was just thinking, how are we gonna mail our blueberry pancakes to you this year?
I know there's not going to be any blueberry pancakes or we didn't do the chocolate cloud cookies, did we? The calculus cookies, did we do those, the recipe?
No, we didn't. You said we weren't
didn't
allowed
get
to get
to.
extra credit. But
Yeah, those were integral cookies. And so it was, I think, yeah, for some reason. I don't know if I just said no or if it was a COVID thing. I don't remember. But yeah, no blueberry pancakes, no integral cookies. Well, you guys could make them and drop them off to me and I could test them and see. If I liked the taste of them, then I could give you the credit.
Oh boy.
So right before Christmas, you can pick up your Christmas gift, which those of you who had BC or AB, don't tell the kids, don't say it out loud because you know it's going to be the same thing, right? The Christmas gifts. And you can, I'll have the box of them out front of the door. You can pick up your Christmas gift and drop the cookies off to me. I'll say, cool.
Well, let me just warn the kids that didn't have AB with you that you're going to present a story and you're going to think that it's real, but it's not. It's fake.
It's real. She's not telling the truth. It is a true story. I can't even believe.
Super convincing.
And some
story.
people don't get over their little grudges, by the way, either. I might add. They hold grudges like for years. It's unhealthy. Should get over it. It's a true story. Just like Santa is a true story. Santa's real. This story that comes in conjunction with your Christmas gift is too.
Okay, but it's not even a joke because I genuinely thought it was a real story and then I searched it up and I felt so bad after realizing it was fake. It was terrible.
Yeah, Nandu.
Preksha, there's Gullible on the ceiling.
All right, I have to charge my iPad, so I'm gonna shut it down. That way there's enough juice for it because I'm down to 68% here, and the Apple Pencil doesn't like to work with an uncharged iPad. So I'm gonna put this on the charger. I'm gonna leave the meeting. I'm gonna leave. And you guys are gonna differentiate like you never differentiated before. With speed and dead-on accuracy. Do it. By the way, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Oh, I just now decided I'm just going to grade random problems rather than every problem. So I can try and get my grading done faster. So I'm going to just choose some random problems and pull them out of your homework and grade those. And if you get them all right, you get your 10. If you don't, I will adjust accordingly. Like 1 wrong's a 9, 2 wrongs an 8, and so forth.
Miss Wilson,
Mm-hmm.
do you think you could do number 25? Because I did it and it like cancels out to 1, so I don't know if I did that right.
Number 25 from 4.4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me 1 second here.
Thank you.
Zoom. Come on, Zoom. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, so I'm just waiting for the meeting to open on my iPad, so it's going to be a second. And we're in, and let me share. Okay, share the screen, broadcast, and number 25. Let's see, what does 25 say? It says, oh, okay, natural log, right? So we've got the natural log 25. Oh, wait. Yeah, 25. Natural log of x over x plus 1. So derivative of the outside is 1 over recomposed with the inside times derivative of the inside. Derivative of the top times the bottom minus the top times derivative of the bottom over bottom squared. So this baby here can be written as x plus 1 over x times got x plus 1 minus x over x plus 1 quantity squared.
So do those cancel out?
Yeah. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. 1 over x times x plus 1, right?
Well, because there's another x plus 1. Like there are 2 instances of x plus 1 in the numerator.
Okay, so what I'm doing, so on this first one here, I'm just going to flip it, right? So we have x plus 1.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay, times. Now, if I distribute this 1, I get x plus 1 minus x, and the x's cancel. So it reduces down to 1 over x plus 1 quantity squared. And then I can cancel this one with that one. So it's 1 over x times x plus 1.
So if you, I know it's like proper to that the x's in the top cancel out, but if you hadn't canceled them out, then that would have been like, no, never mind, that would just be wrong.
Well, if you got up to this part, okay, you did it right. But if you're simplifying, which a lot of the times you're going to have to do,
I'm trying to practice that because that's where I most often make my mistakes.
Yeah. And that's, like I always say, it's not the calculus that gets calculus students, it's the algebra, right? So, yeah, try to force yourself to simplify things, and that'll really build those skills, and you'll just get better and better at it.
So if we do the derivative right, but then we simplify wrong, if we just box the derivative, like will we get points marked off if we're just trying to practice simplifying even though we don't have, like, if we're not confident?
No, so I will give you the points. It's just that I want to really start forcing you guys to simplify, because it's really important that you know how and that you can do it, without error. So, no, I won't mark you wrong if the right answer is there, but I'll probably make a comment like you need to start simplifying. Otherwise, next time I'm going to give you a 0 or something like that.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Try and simplify as much as possible, as many problems as possible. All right, you guys, your bell has tolled, so you can go. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your Monday, and we will see you Wednesday.
I'm Miss Wilson.
Thank you, Miss Wilson.
Have a
See
good
you
day, Miss
Take care,
Wilson.
Miss Wilson.
See you, Miss Wilson.
Have a good weekend.
Weekend.
I wish. Oh, maybe
Thank
you're-
you.
Bye.
Bye, Miss Wilson.
Adios. Au revoir.
Thank you, Miss Wilson.
Thank you, Miss Wilson.
And I've got a student in the waiting room trying to get in. Why? Class is over.
Miss Wilson.
Yeah.
So for like 4.4 and 4.5 for like the actual assignments, I did them all before you changed them to even numbers. So can I still submit the odd numbers or do I have to redo them?
No, you can submit just the odds.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.